Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Toronto Blue Jays vs New York Mets, Arizona Diamondbacks vs Chicago Cubs, and San Diego Padres vs Miami Marlins, which are happening on Sunday, July 25, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. The Blue Jays are in need of some wins, and fortunately, they are up against Rich Hill, who they are very familiar with. Hill is making his Mets debut after coming over in a trade from the Rays. Hill has battled the Blue Jays once this season and was mediocre, squandering 3 runs in 5 innings in a game Toronto won. Hill's ERA of 3.87 is solid, however, his FIP is much higher at 4.55. Furthermore, while Ross Stripling is coming off his worst start of the season, he usually rebounds from a bad start. The Toronto Blue Jays are leading the majors with a .778 team ops this season and have shown no signs of slowing down. A big reason for this is the power stroke throughout the lineup, as they are only behind the San Francisco Giants with their 144 homers so far. The Blue Jays, however, have struggled to be patient at the plate, as they are averaging 2.76 walks per road game this season, but it hasn't affected their hitting. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is looking to win this season's AL MVP and could win the Triple Crown, as well as he is second in batting average, .325, second in homers, 32, and second in RBI, 79. If the Blue Jays continue to hit like this, it will be hard to put zeros on the scoreboard. The newly acquired Rich Hill will make his Mets debut on Sunday. Hill is having another effective season, reporting a 3.87 ERA and a 1.16 WHIP, accompanied by a 6.4 record in 95.1 innings with the Rays. The veteran southpaw is very familiar with the Blue Jays and squandered 3 runs in 5 innings against Toronto earlier this month. Overall, Hill has not fared well against the Blue Jays, filing a 1-2 record and a 4.88 ERA in 27.2 career innings. It's the Mets' division to win this season. They stand 4 games ahead of the Phillies entering Saturday. They won 2 of 3 against the Reds prior to this series and overall have looked threatening at the plate. New York is 5-5 in their last 10 games. My betting advice for that game is to pick Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. Smith pitched well in his 2 starts in his career against the Cubs, but the fact remains that he hasn't been all that stellar this season on the road. His issues as a road pitcher is something that has plagued most of the Diamondback staff this season and makes one fade Arizona automatically a big as the road team. Chicago has been good at home this season, and we've seen Williams pitch much better at Wrigley Field than on the road this season. The Cubs have the ability to flex their muscle at home, and the Diamondbacks are going to be sellers at the trade deadline. The Diamondbacks' pitching staff has been terrible this season. They rank bottom 5 in ERA, WHIP, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, and batting average against. Their bullpen ranks dead last in ERA, WHIP, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, and batting average against. Chicago couldn't build off their momentum from Friday's win, as some early offense didn't hold up in Saturday's contest. The Cubs entered Saturday night 4th in the NL Central, 9.5 games behind the Brewers for the top spot. In the NL wild card picture, the team was 9.5 games behind the Padres for the second wild card spot. Chris Bryant had 2 hits for the Cubs, while Wilson Contreras hit his 15th homer of the season in the contest. Alec Mills didn't factor in the decision as he threw 5 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits with 2 walks and 1 strikeout before departing. Andrew Chafin, 0-2, took the loss as he allowed 3 runs on 2 hits with 2 walks and no strikeouts, while failing to retire a hitter. Trevor Williams is expected to get the ball for his 13th appearance and 12th start of the year for the Cubs in this contest. He comes in 3-2 with a 5.68 ERA, a 1.624 WHIP, 22 walks and 55 strikeouts over 52.1 innings of work on the year. Williams didn't factor in the decision in his last outing, which came Tuesday on the road against the Cardinals. He threw 5 innings, allowing 4 runs on 7 hits with a walk and 3 strikeouts in an eventual 7-6 Cubs victory. Pitching at home this season, Williams is 2-0 with a 3.81 ERA, a 1.341 WHIP, 11 walks and 30 strikeouts over 28.1 innings in 6 appearances, 5 starts. Williams makes his 6th career start against the Diamondbacks in this contest. He comes in 1-3 with a 3.33 ERA, a 1.00 WHIP, 4 walks and 19 strikeouts over 27 innings of work against them. Williams is 4-6 with a 5.58 ERA, a 1.663 WHIP, 29 walks and 58 strikeouts over 61.1 innings in 14 career appearances, 12 starts, at Wrigley Field. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago Cubs -1.5. The Marlins have far too many injuries coming into Sunday's finale, and with over half of their starting lineup out, it's difficult to imagine the Marlins having the run production on Sunday. Add in that Darvish will be on the mound for the Padres, and Miami will struggle to get much of anything going, regardless of who is starting positionally. For the Marlins, Rogers has been an elite pitcher, but rarely has he seen an offense as strong as San Diego's. Tatis Jr. and Machado are playing some of their best baseball of the season, and while Rogers might be able to slow down one of baseball's deepest defenses, he won't be able to entirely stop them. After coming into this series red hot at the plate, San Diego's bats have slowed down some in Miami, and it finally came back to bite the Padres on Saturday night. Things got off to a good enough start as Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a solo shot in the top of the first, before pitcher Ryan Weathers went deep 2 innings later, but that would be it for the offense, as Miami mounted a late comeback. The Marlins' recent struggles, including going 3-7 in their last 10 games, have seen the team fall 12 games behind the Mets in the NL East standings. Barring an incredible run over the last few months, it seems likely that the Marlins won't be replicating any of their postseason success from last year. Injuries haven't done much to help the Marlins this year, as Brian Anderson, shoulder, John Berti, concussion, Jazz Shaw, shoulder, Derek Cooper, elbow, Jose Devers, shoulder, and Jesus Sanchez all remain out from a position player standpoint. Add that to 4 starters being out, and it's no surprise to see the Marlins struggling. With so many starters missing for the Marlins, it's tough to see them putting together a lineup that can give the Padres a run for their money. Even when healthy, Miami still only ranked 29th in runs per game, 24th in batting average, 23rd in hits per game, and 27th in home runs per game. Miguel Rojas leads the team with a .268 average and .332 OBP, while Adam Duvall has provided the power, with a team-best 22 home runs. Jesus Aguilar is a third player who might be able to provide a spark, leading the team with 69 RBI and 86 hits. According to MLB.com, Trevor Rogers will get the ball as the lefty tries to get the Marlins a win in the series finale. Rogers' record doesn't jump off the charts at only 7-6, but his 2.37 ERA is exceptional, and he should be able to keep the Padres' offense at bay for at least a few innings. The 2017 first-rounder and All-Star Game member leads baseball in home runs per 9 innings at 0.4 and should be able to keep the Padres away from hitting the long ball. Rogers might not have a win since June 10, but it's not for a lack of strong performances, such as going 5 innings in his last start, allowing only 2 runs. My betting advice for that game is to pick Padres on the money line. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.